Oh my god. It is steep.
Think I shit on my sled.
I'm not doing that again. I made the decision to send Odezza home. Good morning. So it is the day of the start of our 4th stage in the hike. I had been skiing the Kungsleden trail with my 2 dogs, Linka and Odezza, for 16 days now. And although we still had half of it to go, I really felt like the hardest part was done. From now on, the trail became dotted with mountain cabins, and after all of the hardships of the last really snowstormy stage in the tent, I promised myself I will treat myself with cabin stays whenever I want to. Okay, we are ready. The snow is already melting everywhere. Nasty. Let's see how far we can go today before we get soaked. But it's beautiful. It's like Christmas. So, I don't listen to anything while I'm skiing because I want to be aware of the environment and keep the dog safe, and I really like the quiet. But that doesn't mean that there aren't songs in my head. Today's song is I think she did it, but I just can't prove it. Oh, nobody, no crime. Da, 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 da. That's all I know. But this is what's in my head. I think she did it. Totally iced up. Pointless. Oh, this is dry a little bit here. Fortunately, I don't think we have a lot of uphill today. So they can dry up during the nighttime. Oh, okay, lunchtime. You know, for the last like 2 days, I'm always feeling hungry. And I think this is what they call a hiker hunger. Whatever I eat, I'm still hungry. I had really strong breakfast in the fjall station, still hungry. So good. So good. Tuli ka meie seltsi. Oi, mucho, oi, When snowmobile trails aren't groomed and they are very heavily used, this is how they look like at the end of the season. Right now we are going slightly downhill, so I don't have to work. But if it's flat or uphill, it's extremely unpleasant to find like a rhythm or to work. It's something to do how the snowmobile belt works, I guess. It's a very weird feeling. Like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry almost all the time, but I don't have appetite for the things that I have. Or in general, if I think, what am I craving? There's not a lot. But I feel empty in my stomach all the time. Very peculiar. I don't want them. I don't want them. It was only 2:30 p.m. when we finished skiing and I took a room in the cabin on the way. We were not in a hurry and I really wanted to just enjoy the warmth and dry up all of my clothes that had got wet from the melting snow during the day. After chopping the firewood and bringing in the water, I had nothing else to do and spent the rest of the day just looking out of the window, occasionally writing something to my journal, but mostly just looking out and thinking nothing. I wondered if I had unexpectedly achieved some sort of mindfulness mastery, or most likely it was just the result of coming down from the stress and adrenaline rush from the previous section. Good morning! Yesterday evening when the... Whoop! Poopy time! Yesterday evening when the cabin host asked me what time I'm leaving, and I said, yeah, it's gonna be a really nice day, so I might go early to enjoy the day. And then I said, yeah, like maybe 10 o'clock. And then I realized 10 o'clock for most normal people isn't early, but it is for me. It's actually 9:30 now, so we were a little bit quicker. And we are on our way. It is gorgeous, the sun is shining, there's no wind. It's gonna be a hot day, but we have the time. We can take a long break, enjoy. Yes, this is nice. Gee, hey, what was that? Gee, Odezza, doing tricks for me. It is so pretty, but it is warm, and I have discovered I should have started earlier to do the majority in coldness, because it is hot. Linka is hot. Snow break. Stop. Snow break. Good girl. Yeah, I know it's hot. Good girl. Okay. First 3 looks to the iconic Skirfa cliff. There, look at that. Massive. Oh my god. Wow, wow. Wow, what views. Jesus, ossa reiska. Wow. Isn't this the most dramatic setting for a cabin? G. Hey, G. I know it's hard. I know it's hard uphill. Oh, it looks beautiful. Yeah, wouldn't you like to go there? G. Yes. Duktig. Dogs, welcome. Oi. This is warm. Wow, okay. Oh wow, 3 stories. When yesterday Linka still had energy to mess around and seek for attention, then today the 25 kilometers did its job. Odezza is good at sleeping anyway. My sled bag was wet inside. I guess it's not so waterproof at all as I thought, but it makes sense because I DIY'd it, and although the material should be waterproof, like that, I didn't waterproof the seams or anything, and it's really wet outside. So now I took the bag inside and I laid out my gear to, you know, dry a little bit. It wasn't too wet, it's just the bag is wet. Favorite snack? Parmesan. Good morning. We are ready to go from this awesome place. And we have a really steep uphill coming up, so let's see how far I can go with the skis. But in temperature wise, I'm already hot. And it's 9:30. Gonna be a hot day. Hästi. Oh my god. Oh. It is steep. Okay. We collect ourselves. Then do it. Come on. Brutal climb, but we made it, and the views are pretty nice up here. And this is where I did something that you see other hiker vloggers doing all the time in their videos, but so far not in my video, because it is a pain to set up a camera to film myself while being with two sled dogs that constantly want to go. But I really wanted to capture this view and all of three of us in it, so I skied in front, set up cameras, actually two cameras, so two angles for you, fancy, and this is how we skied the entire way. Two dogs happily in front and me trying to keep up behind. Oh. Motherfucker. I'm not doing that again. Was it worth it? Who knows? I'm starting to hate this warm weather so much. Oh, stop. Collecting again. Fortunately, I think we're done most of the big uphill, so. What the? Oh! Both of them! What? And my ski went away. What the? Serious? Ah, it's a snowmobile. What? Are you idiots? We just saw them. It's not an animal. It's not an animal. It's not an animal. Oh no. Oh no. Odezza, it's not an animal. Okay. Oh, sometimes you're idiots. Okay, I have my ski there, but I can't leave them. I don't trust the snow anchor in this soft snow. Hey! Can I backtrack these two doggos? Tule! What a mess. What a mess. Okay, yes, please. Now you can chase the snowmobile. This here is so beautiful. It's chillier now, much chillier. And my mood shot up to the sky. I think it's because the clouds are covering the sun a little bit. This is nice. And the trail is nice and slippery. Dogs can have a nice pace. We have a really beautiful view. I shit on my sled. Think I shit on my sled. Shit happens, literally. Okay, let's stay here. Odezza's eyes are bad again, especially one eye. You see that? It's all watery and she's like blinking it. Yeah, it looks bad. She was struggling with snow blindness again. Snow blindness doesn't actually make you completely blind, but it is a painful ordeal and will cause discomfort to your eyes because it's basically a sunburn to your eyes. So I gave her some eye drops and painkillers and worried a lot. Oh, Odezza, my darling. Is this the end of our journey? Fortunately, it will heal by its own within 1 or 2 days when you rest in shade. And if you remember, she had a little bit of the same problem right at the beginning of our hike. She recovered from it quickly, and with a combination of me smearing soothe under her eyes to make her white fur reflect a little bit less UV rays in her eyes, and also because we mostly had cloudy days the entire time, she didn't have any more problems. It is super beautiful here, but now of course I'm a little bit worried about Odezza. But the good news is we're gonna go to Saltolukta tomorrow. We have a really short distance, maybe 10 kilometers, a little bit more. And then I plan to have a rest day there, and I will evaluate Odezza's eyes there at the end of our rest. See how do we proceed. But I knew that the next stage will be in the high mountains, almost all of it above tree line and no escape from the UV reflection from the snow. Also, I knew from the weather forecast there will be sunny days, so I was worried. So if I stand here like this, I have one bar of reception and internet. So I just placed an order for doggy goggles for Odezza to be delivered to the Fjall station I'm heading today. Yes, 111 euros. I wrote to the company yesterday evening and asked them if they can do this kind of fast shipping, and they said they will do everything they can. So I think this is the only way forward, to see if the goggles arrive and to try to condition Odezza quickly to them. Otherwise I don't think I could take Odezza. Anyway, modern world. In the middle of the mountains, I just placed an internet order. The morning was absolutely gorgeous, chilly but sunny. My mood was up and I was really hopeful that the doggy goggles will reach us in time, and this will be a way for us all three to continue the hike. In addition to that, Odezza also surprised me in the morning with her energy. Today, Odezza was the first one to start going. Amazing! That means physically and mentally she's getting stronger, back again, you know, getting into the groove of things. I like it. And I think the decision to pay this 100 euros for the goggles will pay off, so we can finish with her. Yes, I feel good. I feel good about this. We made it to Saltolukta. Saltolukta Fjall station is this amazing old mountain station in the middle of the mountains, but it also has a road connection to the rest of the world, making it possible for me to have my last resupply box sent here, and hopefully also my doggy goggles. After settling in on our room, I was so hopeful that I even started conditioning Odezza to the feeling of goggles with my own ski goggles. The last rest day of the entire hike started out with the confirmation that Odezza's sun goggles package that was supposed to arrive as priority mail today is lost, of course. After many phone calls and several non-helpful workers from PostNord, I was conferred. I had no hope seeing those goggles in my hands in the near future. I was devastated. I knew I couldn't take Odezza to come to the mountains with me without any eye protection. I couldn't guarantee her safety, and that thought broke me. Okay, so I made the decision to send Odezza home. It's not that she's dying or anything. Why is it so sad? I really wanted to finish this hike altogether, and I actually considered quitting altogether. All in all, it's just a hike. But deep down, I knew I wasn't ready to leave the trail just yet. When I started out this hike with the three of us, I knew that there was a possibility that Odezza will not finish with us because she is an older dog and I wasn't sure how she will take this long journey. But she proved me wrong. She was pulling hard, she was focused and an absolute star during our entire hike. Well, let's just forget the little situation on the mountain where she was just confused by my behavior, but in general, her energy and her commitment to this trail was absolutely amazing. But it was her eyes that failed her. Anyway, yeah, she's not dying. She's fine. Her eyes really good. This is the one that's usually the problem. But I see when we go outside, she starts to blink it again, which means that the sun is hurting her. So she will go home and we will finish the hike together with Linka. So I called my good friend Kitty, who drove 4 hours all the way to meet us and take Odezza to the kennel she grew up in. She would be waiting us there when me and Linka finished the trail.
Linka, it's only us now. Do you know? Odezza went to home. Odezza went to home. Odezza went home. We are only 2 of us now. We're gonna do this.